20th, last show of February. Can't believe how quickly this year is already going by.
That's right, PK. I'll tell you something. It was a wonderful night tonight. We had tons of action tonight. I was here. Tons of fans were here. You couldn't ask for anything more. A ton of action.
And, Joe, it is leading up to Heroes vs. Villains. We are 70 days away, 10 weeks from Culture Fest, Heroes vs. Villains, and we're already shaping up for a great show.
I tell you, PK, I am so excited. I am pumped for April 30th. And I'll tell you something. I cannot wait to see all those titles on the line.
Well, Joe, one of the matches that kind of helped shape already is the Keith Cage versus James Boulevard match.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you something. Keith Cage, let me tell you something. That kid got lucky tonight.
What do you mean he got lucky, Joe? He won by disqualification. As far as I'm concerned, that's bad luck because out of nowhere, Mac Mosley and Jamar, the backstabber Anderson, come in and they attack Keith Cage. So when he's done, Keith Cage goes, you know what, I'm challenging you to face me at Heroes vs. Villains. Yeah, he got the win, and a win's a win if you want to look at it that way.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
He got ripped off.
Yeah, well, you can say what he wants, but you know what, Keith Cage, you know what, first of all, that kid, he still has to reach puberty first before he could take on any man. And I'll tell you something, if I was him, I would count his blessings that he survived tonight so he could go home, watch his Degrassi, enjoy his Nick at night, and then work on his social studies homework for Monday morning.
Now, Joe, one thing that we saw on this, this day, we saw the members of CTMD in separate matches. They were in individual matches, not competing as a tag team. But one thing that Jonathan Felkner said was that he's got something that he's going to announce later, like he's got something up his sleeve. Makes you wonder if he's starting to already come up with a strategy for Heroes versus Villains.
Well, I'll tell you something right now, PK. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. Because right now you got CTMD, one of the most dominating tag teams in the world of professional wrestling, and you got the genius mind of Jonathan ready to take control, ready to just lead that team to the victory, to the gold, to what they are shooting for, the tag team championship.
Well, Joe, speaking of tag team championship, the Royal faced two members of the Bad Boys Club.
My club, by the way, thank you.
Yeah, you were given an honorary membership.
I am a member of the Bad Boys Club, thank you.
Well, anyways, it was Curtis Coleman and Jake Hughes representing the Bad Boys Club who took on the Royal. And what was interesting was, of course, the Royal won. They successfully maintained their tag team championship. But it was interesting. There's a little dissension there in the Bad Boys Club between Jake Hughes and Curtis Coleman.
You know, Big A, there you go. Trying to cause drama again, trying to cause, dissension. Well, let me tell you something. As a member of the Bad Boys Club, I know that we will not stand for that.
Yeah, you said that 3 times now.
What?
You're a member of the Bad Boys Club. We all know.
I'm very proud of my membership
Honorary.
of the Bad Boys Club.
Honorary.
Will you shut up, PK? I'm a member, honorary or not. Doesn't matter. Let's get down to the point. I know that Curtis Coleman and Jake Hughes will work out their differences. Don't you worry about a thing, people. We're going to get us reunited. We're going to get us back together. We're going to get us focused on victory because you all know, as well as I do, that we're the best when it comes to stables in the world of professional wrestling.
Well, Joe, another thing, too, that I thought was great was our main event. We had Kit Bryson versus Chris Damien versus Brody Dillinger in a triple threat match because Chris Damien basically said, hey, look, yes, I won Soul Survivor, but, hey, if you want a shot, if you want to go ahead and see if you can take on Rod Bolt for the Ultimate Championship, I'm going to open it up to us guys because we were the top 3 in Soul Survivor. And, of course, Chris Damien came out on top.
Yeah, that's right. He got lucky. First of all, I thought it was a stupid move for him because I'll tell you something. He had that match. He had that Ultimate title match set. He was ready to go, and he decided to be the hero, be the people's champion, and decide to give these other 2 a chance. And I'll tell you something. I hope he hurt something tonight so he'll be able to pay for it later for being such an egotistical maniac.
Wow, Joe, wishing some ill will on somebody, even that's a new low for you.
What?
But the bottom line is I thought it was
low?
great because Chris Damien was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to take the Ultimate Championship when the time comes. I'm going to defeat Rod Bolt. I'm going to prove it here by once again defeating the top 3 guys of Soul Survivor. But what was real interesting, though, is after that match, everybody's done. We're getting ready to wrap up. Out of nowhere, Curtis Coleman comes out from, like, the belly of the mat and attacks Brody Dillinger from behind and does a stay fresh twice on the guy.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you why. Because Brody Dillinger, he was bad-mouthing us, the Bad Boys Club. And I'll tell you something, PK, and all you lettuce pickers, all you ditch diggers and chimney sweepers out there, all of you know as well as I do that you cannot bad-mouth the Bad Boys Club and not get away with it.
I seem to do pretty well myself when I do. But anyways, we got Curtis Coleman here.
Up, PK.
Curtis, what would you like to say for yourself, attacking Brody Dillinger from
First
behind?
off, that's not the issue right now that I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is everybody thinks that me and Jake Hughes have a conflict because of what happened tonight.
Hang on just a second, Curtis Coleman. There is not a conflict between you.
That's what
right.
I was getting at, Jake.
I know that, but I just want to say,
Isn't this
you
by
know,
invitation only? What's he doing here?
Let them work
Hey.
out their differences. Don't be so
Okay.
rude.
take it easy.
My goodness.
Go
I'm
buy some Girl
professional.
Scout cookies. No, I just wanted to say this. There's no dissension between me and you, and I felt obligated to come out here and say that, not only because you're like a brother to me, you're more of a family member than Clint Eller ever could have been to me.
Single tear rolls down
So
the side of her
Terrible.
cheek.
He's
Will
a terrible
you
human
shut
being.
up?
I wish that his retirement match would have been a wake and a eulogy because no one cares that he's gone. But that's beside the point. I also came out here because a good friend of mine and a fellow member of the Bad Boys Club, Joe,
Yes.
I'm here because of you. You're a great guy. You think we ought to make him a full-time member?
Full time. Honestly,
I'm gonna get you a windbreaker just like this.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Because you look
We're
like
all
you're
getting
training
them.
real hard. We're all getting them. But no, everything is fine. And that's why I wanted to come out here and say that. Because I am the leader of the Bad Boys Club. I'm number one. I brought it together. I'm the former Ultimate Champion. You'll get there one day because you have talent, Curtis Coleman. And I love you. You know that?
Single tear
There we
rolls
go.
down the side
There
of
we
my
go. No,
cheek. This is such a
tonight-
beautiful
hey,
moment.
Hey, tonight we witnessed a miracle, PK.
Now
You know
now
what?
you tell him, hey,
Sorry.
hey, you fall in line, okay?
We'll do. You're my leader.
Now, let me
Okay.
tell you something. You tell him about that
Yeah.
bum Brody Dillinger with his deadbeat family, his no good kids, all right?
and a short father-in-law.
Egghead father-in-law.
Yeah. Got him. Yeah. Let me tell you about Brody Dillinger. This is the reason I attacked him. I had no problem with Brody Dillinger. He beat me. It was a fluke. His debut, his singles debut. But that's not it. That's still not the reason. The reason that I attacked Brody Dillinger, and by the way, if I remember correctly, I kicked him in the stomach. How are you supposed to attack somebody from behind by kicking them in the stomach?
It's an
Okay.
anatomical impossibility.
See, he cut a video this week, a promo, if you will, talking about my boys, the Bad Boys Club. He said we stuck our nose in business that didn't belong in. Well, guess what? He stuck his nose in high water, and I took care of it. And that's what happened. I don't have no desire of giving him a title shot. I have no desire because he hasn't earned it.
Man, Curtis Coleman, as a fellow member of the Bad Boys Club, I got to say that is well said. And I'll tell you something. That just goes to show, Brody, and all you other ones out there in the locker room, do not mess with us, the Bad Boys Club.
Well, folks, I don't know about you. I'm looking forward to see how this all kind of shapes up as we go closer towards Heroes versus Villains and Culture Fest on April 30th. Folks, our next show is going to be March 5th. We're going to be here. The bell time is at 7 o'clock. Doors open at 6. We look forward to seeing you. You can follow us on Facebook.com/OSWA Entertainment, OSWAentertainment.com, as well as YouTube.com/OSWA Entertainment. And, folks, up and coming in the near future, OSWA.TV. We look forward to seeing our fans. We thank you for your support.